Welcome back to Mr. Dar Weather Update, and today we are going to do a annual 10-day extended forecast that will be lasting into October, so that we can predict on what the weather systems are going to be like on for obviously October. Now we have all different models like we looked at last time when we looked at September. We've got the different GFS models, and then the ECEM WF, and then we'll have a look at a short range first, just a 5-day forecast. Then we'll look at 15-day, and maybe even further with the ECEM WF. Now, before I do that, I'm just gonna have a look at a few space weather updates on what anything's gonna be happening involving obviously solar things, astronomy. Anything's going to happen to that. So I'm going to show you what's going to happen there. In a few days, there will be a partial lunar eclipse and even a supermoon, which will be the harvest moon. In a few days, I believe it's in on Wednesday, I think. Firstly, it's going to be the partial lunar eclipse. It's the blood red moon there, which is going to be obviously. Both of it's going to be together. It's going to have a supermoon with a partial lunar eclipse. So any stargazers will be having a look at that. Have a little bit of a treat there. 14% larger and probably brighter when the supermoon comes. So yeah, this colour, which will be the blood moon, we may be able to see what that would look like there. Here is the areas. We've got obviously Europe, including England, South America, Africa, and North America, where this is going to happen. So this is going to be on Wednesday night, September, 3:12 a.m., 4:15 for the lunar eclipse, when obviously the moon, portion of the moon transverses through the Earth shadow. So what a lunar eclipse is, partial means half, so it's going to half cover the kind of in the shadow of the Earth. And the next tone will be at the March 14th, so it is where I'm just going to really quickly do a little bit of a model. I will show you a little bit of a little model. So this would be the sun, this would be the Earth, and there is going to be the moon. So you can see here it's going to shine onto the Earth, and then casting like a little shadow, like it is on a solar eclipse, onto the moon, giving it a shadowish colour. So basically, a solar eclipse would happen on the kind of Earth. On the moon, sorry. And here is a little simulation and what it might look like. I don't really know how this works, but I'll try my best. I'm just gonna get the position of the moon correct. This is probably exactly what it might look. Not exactly what it look like, but something around it's half shadowed with it with the orange tint. Over here. So that's kind of what it might look like. But here is a simulation on how that will evolve. Okay, so now having a look at the short range forecast first on the Met Office. Here is the Septonic weather chart. We can already see a weather front pushing in for today. It has been quite a wet day, like I saw in the forecast. Pushing in, so this weather front's mainly it's a cold front, isn't it? So it's going to give a little bit of cooler weather and some more wet weather for now, but I think that will be going away. And then we can see here an area of high pressure moving in, blocking all the weather fronts onto Monday and Tuesday as well, giving it nice. You can see that area of high pressure is just right there, dominating most parts of the UK. Same goes for Wednesday as well. You can see a weather front trying to push in. We'll have to see what that does later, but we're still in an area of high pressure for Wednesday. It is kind of lingering around over here. It's getting a little bit weaker as we're getting into further parts of the week, but it will be still very nice. And here is the updates. We can see here on what. So here are the information if you want to know how to read a surface pressure chart. Now looking at the main things: long range precipitation and GFS. Sorry. We're going to see what it's going to be like going on to for the 15-day forecast. This will take us up into October, so we can have a little bit of a glimpse. Alright, firstly, having a look on to what's going to be on there. So here is the rest of today. We still have an area of low pressure, but then that area of high pressure moves up into Monday, giving it nice warm weather and high pressure with sunny conditions for most parts of Monday, Tuesday. Let's see if Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, but it's a bit weaker. Most of the high pressure will be escaping via the north, so very nice weather in the north as well. They have quite warm weather. 20 degrees is possible in most areas on Wednesday. Thursday, again, it's getting a bit weaker. It's moving more into the Norway area. We might even get an area of lowish pressure coming from France here, maybe giving way to a few showers later on, which we were on Thursday, I think we were, and we still have a high pressure in parts of Scotland as well, so that will be lasting quite a long time for Scotland. On to Friday, it does weaken a bit. We still have a highish pressure, but not as high as and not as warm as what we saw. But so still, we might have a more risk of showers developing into Saturday. You can see more light colours. Maybe more. It'll probably getting cooler. Probably getting to around the October average as we are descending into colder months. And we can already see here we are in an area of cooler weather with probably low pressure. It is possible. I can see 10 millibars, meaning we might get some more outbreaks of showers and rain. Now we can actually see a proper a kind of blocking low. It's kind of on its own, but this low pressure system will push south of the into the south, giving it a wet day for next week, and then maybe a little bit of a warmer start with maybe high pressure coming on with some orange colours, as you can see here, just to end September a little bit. You can see also getting into the 30th, that does sweep away. We are getting an area of low pressure trying to probably going to push in and sweep across of the UK, and I believe it might, let's have a look, might try and push into Scotland. It is pushing into Scotland first, so indicating, just going to screenshot here, indicating this low pressure system will probably try and move south into at least areas of Scotland. It could move a little bit more north, but it's a bit more south. It does look quite cold as well, so it could actually give some breakways to more cooler weather around the October average, probably getting back to low teens in there. We can already see we are in a brink of low pressure, 10,010 millibars, meaning low pressure for now. So probably giving it more outbreaks of rain is possible for that. So if we have a look and see if that's right, if we have a look at the precipitation for the next few days, we are getting a bit of if we have a look at this week, nothing's really going on in terms of precipitation. I think there will be some more precipitation going into the south in Saturday, may linger, but it won't be so bad. It might move a little bit. It might become more sporadic into next week as well. And here's the one for Monday. We are getting some more showers in the north, as you can see here for Scotland. That might push more further south, and it actually does for mid-September. It definitely looks a lot more unsettled. A little bit better for Thursday as them showers escape. Same goes for Friday, but we can see a front pushing in with precipitation. That pushes in towards the east and will be probably covering most western areas, like far western areas of the UK, probably giving that wet weather, and then that's going to cover into Northern England and Scotland for the 30th, and then on to October. It does look like it is a lot wetter and much more unsettled to come, probably average for October, unfortunately. So here's the low pressure system here, giving it that areas of rain. So low pressure here, there's a front pushing in, giving it make way to showers and rain, mostly to the north, but it will be making way to the south, meaning it's going to be mainly wet at least for the start of October. I'm not really confident on that, but if you have a look at the ECMWF for another measure, I'm just going to get the thing on. It's shorter range, but it will show us that area of high pressure still lingering and escaping into Friday, so it has the same idea really. and as well on to next week. Not as high and not as warm it has been, so could see as the ECMWS set might have a higher chance of showers developing. I'm just gonna have a look at one more. I'm gonna have a look at, let's see, GEM. Should I look at the arpeggiation? I'll look at the arpeggiation just for a short range. Again, arpeggiation saying lingering high pressure, but it does kind of have a lack of hours. It only shows 4 hours a day, but it does show that high pressure is still building up in for Wednesday and then going. And now have a look at the, let's have a look, GM. Have we already looked at this? Don't think we have, but it does show us still has the same idea of that high pressure system moving into the north and then becoming a lot more weaker, probably more and a lot more cooler for end of September. And getting into 25th, the area of low pressure here now opens up and covers northern parts of Scotland, but still in an area of low pressure with cooler weather is possible for that. Now, really quickly, going to have a look at, let's see if it has the same idea. Yes, it does. We have got another band of precipitation maybe pushing in, but you can see that area of low pressure will be making way to showers according to the GM. Now, going to have a look at the ECMWF charts. Having a look at the sea level and rain precipitation. Just to have a look at a more detailed map. And a little bit of a long range, so just going to range on to the 25th, that's how long it's going to go. So just about 10-day forecast for this one. So as you can see, I'm just going to go over to this. So again, as this is showing, it says still have an area of high pressure blocking the areas of low pressure, trying to push in for tomorrow as well. You can see it expands onto Tuesday, so where it's going to be at its strongest. And it's still lingering onto Wednesday, and it does look like it will be staying for Thursday, as you can see on the high pressure system, blocking out all the low pressure systems and that. You can see here it does get a little bit more weak coming into Friday for now, with the highest pressure in the north. And we can see some accumulated precipitation now developing into next Saturday. Oops, I don't know what's happened here. Into next Saturday and into Monday, so probably get a little bit more of a showery weekend. A little bit not as bad on Thursday, but you can see we have got a few areas of fronts here with a bit tight ice bars as well. That could push in and gives more precipitation into the UK. It's possible, as we have got an area of lowish pressure that could move in. We can still see these showers here maybe moving into the south. Now we're going to have a look at the 500 HPAG body height and 858 PA temperatures. Just going to predict on the temperatures now. On the long range, just going to go up to 25th as well, so I get another 10-day forecast. So you can see here, we're in an area of a cooler air mass for now, as well. But when we're going to Monday, we have got a few areas of warmer temperatures. Starting mostly to the west for now, we can see that area of low pressure, high pressure, giving in that heat, warmth, and then it's going to move into the north a little bit more as that then disappears, giving it more of an average feel for Friday at least. I'm just going to skip along into Friday. So as we move along into next week, it does get a little bit cooler, with with low pressure more possible, and then a weather system pulls in and brings in much cooler air. I can see some greens there, probably giving it more unsettled weather, and probably giving it more wet weather along with that areas of cooler weather. So this green will be indicating that it will be getting a lot cooler for at least areas of October or the start of October. So yeah, probably giving it just the October average of 15 degrees in some areas. Now, before we go, I'm going to have a look at the long range temperature coming up into October, we can first see we are in a little bit of a split. So I'm just going to screenshot this. We're an area of mild weather, at least for most parts of the UK, but it has a bit of an uncertainty, at least for Scotland, I believe. Now here is the area for Monday 30th September to October the 7th. We can see here that area of mild weather does seem to be getting a bit weaker as that's moving down. We have an area of cooler temperatures that could possibly move into England. Now I'm just going to skip along a little bit further onto the 14th. It now seems like the that warmer weather, milder weather, has won and will be dominating most parts of the UK. And then looking at the farthest possible onto the 21st, it's still there, probably around the average for now. So I'll say that would be the average for October, this mild air mass. And that also could be giving more wet weather as well. So it does look like for the outlook for now, if I have a look back on the GFS, just to get a thumbnail, it does look like it will be turning probably a bit more unsettled for now. Obviously it's October, with that area obviously low push moving in, with probably a little bit more mild weather to come as well. So we could see an area of weather pressure of mild and wet and mild. Yeah, wet and mild, which is obviously going to be average really for October. Unfortunately, as we move further into October, so we might want to obviously make do on what we have on this sunny weather coming up soon. Now, I'm not sure if I'm right. We'll have to see if this is going to be right. We'll have to see if it's at least similar. But yeah, mild does seem to be the theme, with more wet weather possible, as we can see, as that pressure system does start to weaken. Thank you very much for watching. Oops. For this, I will be doing a winter forecast probably next month, near Halloween, where we're going to have a look at most of these tabs here, these computer models, just to kind of see what's going to happen. So thank you very much for watching. Please share and subscribe if you come across the video, and I'll see you in the next video.